North Texans are bundling up as temperatures are continuing to drop this week. ntTV takes a look at the surge in devastating plane crashes so far in 2025. And a record outbreak of measles is growing in Texas and Louisiana.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining ntTV News at Noon. I'm Isabel Smith.
And I'm Aaliyah Bordeaux. In true Texan fashion, the weather is keeping us all on our toes.
It can't seem to decide between cool fall temps or freezing rain. I feel like I'm constantly putting a jacket on just to take it back off again.
Luckily, our weather anchor, Michaela Dixon, is here to tell us all about it. Michaela?
You guys. So, for our current conditions today, Thank you. So for our current conditions today, it is sunny. It is 54 degrees currently, and it feels like 39 degrees with a wind speed of 13 miles per hour. For tonight, our forecast is going to be partly cloudy with a temperature of 45 degrees, feeling like 40 degrees with a 9 speed of 9 miles per hour. And then for our conditions tomorrow, we are going to have rain with a degree of 45 degrees, feeling like 38 degrees with a wind speed of 15 miles per hour. Be back with you guys with the full weather. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Michaela. On Tuesday night, over 200 local residents attended a public information session to get answers from an immigration attorney on how residents will be safe from racial profiling in ICE raids. Former professor Rudy Rodriguez attended the meeting to share his family's experiences with deportations, where his own great-uncle was a citizen who was rounded up amongst mass deportations in the 1930s. Rodriguez expressed that this is not an uncommon story and that children are afraid to go to school now that ICE has been given the authority to raid schools based on suspicion. Rodriguez claimed that we need to raise some of these fears immigrants and Hispanic citizens have, as both can be discriminated against in deportation raids. To residents there, immigrants are long-time members, of the community who contribute heavily to our economy and our taxes.
Coyotes in North Texas are on the rise, and it's giving animal services a run for their money. An Irving man has said that the feral animals are appearing in people's backyards and across the street, threatening domestic animals. Irving isn't the only city affected by this. Dallas, Arlington, and Fort Worth are seeing increasing coyote sightings. It's important to not feed the coyotes since they tend to ignore humans.
This year's sick season has brought more than just the flu. Measles outbreak have grown across parts of Texas and Louisiana. Both states have recently pulled back from promoting vaccine programs after U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has voiced his distrust about the measles vaccines, falsely linking it to autism. Most of these cases have been seen in unvaccinated school children.
This year has shown us the most intense flu season the U.S. has seen in 15 years. Data has shown that 13,000 deaths related to the virus. CNN's Mandy Gaither has more.
This is the most severe season that we've seen in terms of numbers of cases in about 15 years.
Alrighty guys, we apologize for those technical difficulties, but after the break, ntTV will take a closer look at the 2025 surge in plane crashes.
And later we'll see if the weather will keep us cold or getting colder. happened to the package?
The package wouldn't play.
Oh, okay.
Debit card instantly or apply for a .Q Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for .Q's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.q.org to learn more. .Q, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Are you looking for a fun club with travel opportunities? Dive into the UNT Swim Club. Practicing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pool Recreation Center. We accept members at any skill level. For more information, reach out to us at unt.swimclub on Instagram.
Since January 29th, 85 people have died in 4 major U.S. aviation incidents. Prior to this year, there have been no deadly U.S. airline incidents since 2009. The National Transportation Safety Board preliminary reports are expected within 30 days from the date of each accident. The first incident was January 29th when American Airlines Flight 5342 collided with a Black Hawk helicopter over the Potomac River. All 67 people in the 2 aircrafts were killed. 2 days later, a medical jet burst into flames, killing 7 people after crashing in Philadelphia. Then on February 6th, a Bering Air Flight 445 from Unalakleet to Nome, Alaska, went missing 10 minutes before its scheduled arrival in Nome. The wreckage of the aircraft was found 34 miles from Nome and the Bering Sea, and all 10 on board the aircraft died. Lastly, on February 10th, a plane veered off the runway and crashed into the parked plane in Scottsdale Airport, Arizona. 1 person was killed and 4 others were injured. The probable causes and any contributing factors come in the final reports, which are expected in 12 to 24 months.
Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is looking to, quote, finish the job against Iran with the support of President Donald Trump. The Secretary of State warns there must never be a, quote, nuclear Iran.
Is Iran. It is the single greatest source of instability in the region. Behind every terrorist group, behind every act of violence, behind every destabilizing activity, behind everything that threatens peace and stability for the millions of people who call this region home, is Iran. And by Iran, I mean the Ayatollahs. By Iran, I mean its regime. A regime who, by the way, its people don't support. The people of Iran are victims of that regime.
They also spoke of Syria and Lebanon, that neither of those countries should be allowed footing for forces that would target Israel's security. The all-important question still remains about Gaza and the shaky ceasefire negotiations between Hamas and Israel. Netanyahu is to send delegation to Cairo today to discuss phase 1 of the first 6 weeks deal. Once a phase 2 gets figured out, his negotiators will seek to discuss further relations.
A volcano in Alaska could be ready to blow, and there's no telling when. Researchers say Mount Spur, a mountain about 75 miles west of Anchorage, has been experiencing hundreds of small earthquakes over the past 10 months, a sign there may have been an eruption in the coming months.
Pope Francis will require a change in his medical treatment after tests indicated a, quote, complex clinical picture. In a statement Monday, the Vatican said that the Pope had a polymicrobial respiratory infection that will require further hospitalization. The Pope has a medical history of lung-related issues and suffered 2 falls in recent months. The 88-year-old pontiff was admitted to a hospital in Rome on Friday. Doctors say he slept well and ate breakfast, but they did not indicate when he may be released. I love a good love story, classic Hallmark stuff, definitely some of my favorites this time of year.
Well, that doesn't just happen in the movies. A love letter found in a thrift store has been reunited with their original owners. CNN's Jeff Wenger has more.
Angelina Palumbo is doing her part to save the environment.
Going to Goodwill is how I instead of buying new, I try to find things thrifted and give a new purpose to them.
But on a recent trip to Goodwill, someone's donation mistake turned the thrifter into a detective.
I was looking for jazz records and I found them and I picked it up and I pulled it out and these 2 little records came out with them. I thought, oh my gosh, score, 3 records for 1, rock on.
You, my darling, are fave.
Those 2 smaller records carried the voices of a young military man and his wife, recorded more than 70 years ago. Service members kept in contact with their loved ones by sending these small records back and forth through the mail.
I unfortunately lost my grandparents at a young age, and so hearing this, I know if I was his family, I would give a lot to hear my grandparents talk about each other, the way that they talk about each other.
She contacted us at WCCO, and we got a viewer tip that the couple lived here in Minnesota and was married many years. Family donated the records only after the couple passed away recently.
It was amazing.
Oh no, that was so sweet.
We arranged a meeting, and Angelina got to meet the couple's daughter-in-law and hand over the love letter records.
It made me really happy that we're able to kind of have full circle, full closure. Thank you to everybody who helped us find them. It means so much to me.
Angelina is proud she could help the love story, created over 70 years ago, live on.
It's about doing the right thing. I think anybody would have done the same thing I did.
I'll tell you what, it is so touching to see love last all those years.
It might just bring a tear to my eye. Well, our weather anchor has more on that weather.
Thank you guys. For our local North Texas map, we have 50s all across the screen. We have 50s starting right here in Denton, Gainesville at 53, Bowie over here at 54, and Graham at 58. Even Stevensville's down here at 59, Sulphur Springs over here at 54, and then Paris, Texas at 52. For our map across the whole region, we have El Paso actually is quite lucky with 77 degrees. Wish I was over there. Austin with 63 degrees. Abilene at 65, and then Amarillo at 61. Oklahoma up here at 48, Denton at 54, and then Shreveport at 55 with Houston down here at 61. For our 7-day forecast, we have our weather actually is very crazy all week. For Tuesday, we have rains all day with 45 degrees at the highest and 13 at the lowest. Wednesday, we're at partly cloudy with 26 degrees at the highest and 11 at the lowest. Thursday, we're going to see that sunshine with the highest of 31 and a lowest of 20. Friday, it's going to be cloudy all day, but only a 25% chance of rain with the highest of 37 degrees, 29 at the lowest. Saturday, we're looking at suns again with 45 degrees at the highest and then 30 at the lowest with a 25% chance of rain. Sunday, it's going to be cloudy with a highest of 62 degrees and a lowest of 40. And then Monday, we're back to the sunshine with a good feel of 73 at the highest and a 47 at the lowest. Thank you guys, and back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Michaela. Up next, we'll check in with Choice Murphy to see what's up with those heating centers.
And our segment anchor will let us in on all the spots to grab something to eat. We'll see you after the break.
All right, I want to make sure Nevada.
Tired of seeing the same old city? You want to learn something and go overseas? Then study abroad with one of many UNT Study Abroad programs. You can find a Study Abroad office right here at Markey Hall, room 145.
My study abroad program left on me a great impression. We have a lot of different programs and it varies. We have faculty-led, affiliate, and exchange programs. When you're ready to leave for your study abroad program from UNT, you're going to go through pre-departure orientation and modules so that you are prepared.
The power to turn the world into your classroom is right here at UNT with our study abroad programs. Take flight and take in charge of your education.
As temperatures seem to continue to fluctuate, warming stations around the city of Denton have been created for locals to take shelter from the extreme conditions.
Reporter Choice Murphy is at one of the many facilities within Denton offering services to the community.
As weather conditions continue to fluctuate, the city of Denton, along with community service providers, have set up numerous warming and cooling stations, offering access to public restrooms, water stations, resting areas, and some even offering meals throughout the day. I'm here at the MLK Rec Center, one of the city's facilities known for throwing programs for the community throughout the year. However, as extreme weather conditions continue to increase, the facility has transformed into one of many warming stations. The center is open to the public from Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., along with Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For those who have access to the City of Denton's website, there is more information on where to find warming stations, what services they provide, and what times they are open and closed. The website also includes information on how to prepare for extreme weather conditions. That's all from me. Back to you guys at the desk.
With egg prices going up, people are scrambling to get their precious breakfast food item. But it's not just our table that's feeling these effects. Company Rent the Chicken has provided customers with rentable chickens, but the bird flu has affected the business. Egg prices have risen 53% since January 2024, and they're already up 15% since January of this year. Their phones have been ringing ever since these sudden increases in egg prices. To rent, it could cost up to $500 for about 6 months.
I'm thinking about grabbing lunch after the show. Yes. Layla, what are some of the best restaurants in the Denton Square?
If you're looking for the best places to eat in Denton, the Best of Denton Awards highlight some of the top restaurants and food trucks in town. And when it comes to great eats on Square, you've got plenty of options. Craving a burger? LSL Burger is the go-to spot serving up mouth-watering burgers, refreshing drinks, and live music that keeps that energy high. If sushi is more your style, Komodo Loco offers a creative twist on Japanese cuisine, blending Asian and Southwestern flavors, from the signature poke bowls to the specialty sushi rolls. This traditional sushi spot is a must-try. Whatever your mind is, that's all for me. Back to you at the desk.
If you can pick up something extra from the grocery store, with February being the month full of love, think about sharing the love with others in need. ntTV's field reporter Alicia Palacios went to find some just to do that. Alicia? Thanks, Alicia. According to the MS Wheeler, the food pantry services about 700 students per week, so there is no such thing as too much to donate.
Now, Nevaeh, what do we expect to hear from you today in the sports world?
Thanks, guys. Yes, today I will be diving on Mavericks assistant head coach Daryl Armstrong, our UNT track and field recap, and Daytona 500. Don't go anywhere. ntTV will be right back.
I wonder what's on the radio today. I don't know about this. This is not it.
Everything alternative, commercial free. 88.1 Indie.
Here at KNTU, we have two traditional stations, 88.1 Indie and KNTU Jazz. We've also recently launched an internet radio station called Mean Green Hits. If you want to hear more, you can check us out at MediaNorthTexas.com.
That was pretty good.
I use Flex to buy my favorite snacks.
I use Flex to get me through my mornings.
I use Flex at my favorite campus restaurants.
I love how Flex is a cashless payment method and can be used at all campus dining venues.
So, how do you use Flex?
There's no harm in wanting to have fun while in college, but it's easy to lose track of how much you've had. Apps like Drink Control and Alkadroit can help keep track of your consumption and blood alcohol levels. If you or someone else does drink too much, the signs of alcohol poisoning are as follows: pale skin, vomiting, confusion, low body temperatures, irregular breathing, blacking out, and is hard to wake up or cannot be woken up.
Dude, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Wake up.
It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to be responsible. If you suspect someone is suffering from alcohol poisoning, get help immediately. You will not get in trouble for seeking help if you are underage. For more info and resources, go to UNT's Division of Student Affairs.
The Daytona 500 took place yesterday, and William Byron secured his second consecutive Daytona win, becoming the first driver since Denny Hamlin in 2020 to achieve back-to-back victories in this prestigious race. Byron's win came after a number of crashes during the third stage of the race. President Donald Trump was also in attendance at this event. Dallas Mavericks head coach Daryl Armstrong was arrested yesterday morning for aggravated assault. He has been with the Mavs for 10 years. According to Dallas police, the investigation revealed Armstrong and the victim were in an argument when Armstrong hit his girlfriend with a gun and threatened to shoot her. The Dallas Mavericks are aware of the situation and have made a statement claiming that they're aware of the incident that took place yesterday morning, and they're taking this matter seriously. Armstrong is currently on administrative suspension. We will hear more in the coming days. The UNT track and field team have finished the regular season meets this past weekend. The team headed to West Texas to compete at the Jarvis Invitation in Lubbock, Texas. Jake Parchman beat his school record in the men's weight throw. He improved to 20.70 meters for a third-place finish on Friday. Another program record was beat by two UNT runners in the same heat. Trezeguet Taylor ran a 7.42 and Sinai Childress ran 7.44, beating the record of 7.45 that was set in 2010. Well done, ladies. Coach Doug Marshall said, "I was happy with the weekend because I thought our athletes did the things we needed them to do, finishing up the regular season." The team heads to Birmingham, Alabama late next week for the ACC Indoor Championships. If you watch the movie Dodgeball, you know the 5 Ds: dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge again. I got to watch all this live at Pole Recreation Center. Let's take a closer look.
Hello, UNT Nation. I'm here at Pole Recreation Center, and I'm watching live 6 teams going head-to-head. Let's see who brings the win tonight.
If you love sports but don't want to play professionally, UNT has intramural sports including dodgeball, where you are allowed to play while also having fun and meeting new people. Let's see if sophomore Sam Craig can change your mind.
Here at intramural sports because my buddy called me up and said he needed another guy to his team. But I said yes because I've heard a lot of good things about intramural sports. I've had friends that have done it. I just happen to have the opportunity to do it myself, and I finally have that opportunity.
This tournament was played by 6 teams, which include their friend groups or random people that were selected. It was best out of 3 with 3-minute rounds each game. If dodgeball isn't your first choice of sport, there's a lot of other sports that you can be a part of. I spoke with Ryan, the referee of the dodgeball tournament, and he gave me some recommendations on his favorite intramural sports that you can try next.
football and basketball, and it was a lot of fun. I met a lot of new people. I work intramurals, obviously, and I met a lot of really good friends that way. And I think it's a really good way for our athletes and just anyone to really get involved.
I had a blast watching that tournament. That's all I have for sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Navaya. Aaliyah, are you a big fan of pandas? Because I think they are so adorable.
I do too. I'm not the biggest fan, but I think they are adorable. Okay, I'll say that. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
All right, but our CNN reporter, Christy Lutout, has more on this amazing story. Well, that's all we have for you all today. Thanks for watching ntTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon here on North Texas Television.